Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the weekly sip for December 5th, 2021. Everyone got their coffees ready? Sorry, I'm like 45 minutes late. I usually like to do these at 10 a.m., but slept in. There's no other there's no other way to put it than that. I slept in. What's going on, everyone? Ooh, that's good. Mm, I don't know if I've mentioned this on a previous sip, but I have been grinding my own coffee. It's been a thing I've been doing for about a month now. It's been pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty good. The coffee's so strong now. Yeah, I know I'm late. Sorry. How did you guys like the video that I finally got out? Ooh, that's good. How'd you guys like the video? Let me just see here. Yeah. Is trolling actually bad? Yeah, I heard that RGE got banned with zero strikes, but I don't know why. Get out of here, Sigartha. Get out of here. Grinding your own coffee is for hipsters and old fogies. Well, I'm pretty much an old fogey at this point. The vid was good. Great vid, good vid. Well, thank you. Remember, Dev, if I die, Noom said it was okay to haunt you. That's right, yeah. What you missed, you have like really bad health problems, don't you? Hope you don't die, dude. Hold it together, eh? The video was good, but not dog pill levels of good. There's 1,000 new cases in Ontario. Yeah. The honest truth is, I have a feeling. I have. Oh. I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Thursday, guys, I was on Adam Friended's channel. I was there for 2 hours. So hopefully you guys checked that out, because that was actually a fun little stream. The conclusion is I don't know enough about MMT, but every idiot on the right who says that MMT is socialism just seems to be stupid. Like, saying MMT is socialism and not its own thing seems to be about as stupid as people on the left saying that liberalism is fascism. It's just stupidity. It's literally just flattening concepts down to an us versus them dichotomy. Oh yeah, I think there are more lockdowns coming. But here's the thing, guys. I like I've noticed like more and more normies are just done with this shit. They're not interested in a third fucking jab. They're not interested in more lockdowns. They're not interested in this shit. I think it will become electorally unpopular to continue. It'll take time because electoralism takes time. But I think like if the current political parties are just unending lockdowns forever, I think what will eventually happen is like anti-lockdown alternatives will actually get popular. MMT is modern monetary theory. Um, the people who I hear call MMT socialism are people on the right, like libertarian types. I must say you sound like shit. I just got out of bed. Like I rolled out of bed and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm late. I'm late for the sip." I got up. I got up at 10:30 and right now it's 10:50. Say hi for the gym, Dev. I'm a months long weight loss program. Lost 30 pounds so far. Thank you very much. Sorry, not thank you very much. Good for you. I want to get that as well, but I can't because I'm too fat. Hey Canuck. What's up? Oh man, that coffee. All right, guys. I'll read any super chats that come in. I'll read any super chats that come in at the end of the stream. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Where's my fucking... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. Grumble, 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 grumble. Grumble, 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 grumble. Well, Dragon Fat, the point, fiat currency is inherently worthless, so let's accelerate its collapse. You can have real capitalism again. The point that Adam is a pro MMT guy, and the point that he made is, as long as the state accepts tax payments in fiat currency, it will always have a value, which is technically true. You know, if you have like no money but a pile of Bitcoin, and the government shows up with guns and is like, pay your taxes. It's like, okay, well, what do I do? Do you take Bitcoin? No, we take dollars. Sounds like you gotta get some dollars. You know what I mean? Which means that, yes, taxation is inherently theft. And this is the thing, like this is what I argue with libertarians on all the time, is that even though taxation is theft, it couldn't really be any other way. Like that is the least worst way to set it up, if that makes sense. Matapasser for $5 says, I know it's a little late, but let's laugh at the Cuomo brothers. Let's not, because I'll be doing a Cuomo video myself, a full-on video. I hate the government. I hate the government. Here's the thing, though. If you have no taxation, then you have no state, and everyone's like, that sounds great, no state, woohoo, and then you get fucking rolled over by the nearest goddamn gang, because ANCAPism is a delusion. All anarchism is a delusion. Okay, shall we get on to the content, and not just me sitting around being tired? Ranger Hell for $5, thank you. The idea of freedom of speech is based on the Enlightenment idea of rationality. AI research has proven that idea is wrong. Thoughts? Well, that I don't know if it's proven it wrong, and I don't think AI research can prove that to be wrong either. Here, I'll shill a little bit before we start. Here's the shill zone. If you want to join the $5 club in Discord, just go give $5 recurring at Patreon. Subscribe to our YouTube memberships at the twitch.tv/GameBoomers gaming channel sub button. Has to be recurring so that the bots will put you into the $5 club in Discord. If you send 100 USD to PayPal and then send me or my mods a receipt showing that you actually paid 100 USD to PayPal, then you get put into the $5 club for life. Now, there have been some people who have given me the $100 and then gone on to break rules in my community, and now they're charging me back on PayPal. And it's like, no, I appreciate donations, but if you break rules, there's no fucking refunds. Fuck you. You still get paying me doesn't mean you get to break the rules and then just go without getting punished. Fuck off. All right. Okay. P.O. So much fucking shilling, I will just watch V later. So, P.O. Box. If you want to send me packages, which I'll open up on the stream, there's the P.O. Box. Please consider going to the P.O. Box, or sending stuff to the P.O. Box, and I will go there and get it, and I will open it on this stream. I have 4 packages right now. When I get 5 packages, I'll start opening things up. Okay. Shall we get on with it? Let's get on with it. Russia considers officially branding LGBT plus groups and furries as extremists. Based Russia? They understand the furry threat? Let's have some sips, guys. As always, all super chats at the end of the show. Thank you very much for donating. According to the Moscow Times, the Russian state-run news agency TASS reported that Andrei Tsyaganov, chairman of a commission for the protection of children at the Roskomnadzor communications regulator, made the comments on Wednesday. He said that LGBT plus radical feminist child-free groups should all be recognized as having extremist ideologies. Bizarrely, he also added furries to the list. He said, LGBT plus ideology, radical feminism, all these furries and child-free, they should of course be recognized as at least as extremism. Branding the groups as extremists would expand the rights of law enforcement and untie the hands of our law officers and the communications regulator. The purpose of an extremist designation for the groups was to protect children and teenagers in Russia from harmful content on social media. If his idea were followed through, it would put LGBT plus rights groups in the same category as neo-Nazis and groups linked to the currently imprisoned Russian opposition leader. So this is the problem that libertarians also often home in on correctly. And it is that simply because an organization or a state or a structure or some kind of bureaucracy identifies something as X does not actually mean that it's X, if you know what I mean. And clearly you can wield that sort of power for accurate purposes, but also for political purposes like this. I just think it's funny that furries are fucking included. Get the flamethrowers, guys. Forza Horizon 5 player gets 8,000-year ban for his Kim Jong-un car. 8,000 years, dude. You know, you might drop an N-bomb, that only gets you a life ban, but this is 8,000 years. How many lives is that? Forza Horizon 5 launched on Xbox last month to a much warmer welcome than anyone could have imagined. More than 1 million people played Forza 5 before it had even officially launched, and that number shot through the roof once it was available to everybody. There was even a late push for it to receive a Game of the Year nomination. The racing game didn't quite make it, but is up for some other awards. As well as its stunning backdrops and terrific gameplay, Forza 5 has been celebrated for its customization options. The first question players are asked is what pronouns they would like to use, and they can also give their virtual driver prosthetic limbs. The cars can also be customized. But in that regard, there are some very strict but completely understandable limits. One player appears to have learned the hard way that a custom-made design for their Forza 5 car has landed them an almost 8,000-year ban. The design was shared by a friend of the band party on Reddit. It is very much a situation of take your pick when it comes to deciding which element of the livery resulted in the ban. It could be the inclusion of the Kim Jong-un face, the Send Nukes hashtag, the Pyongyang logo, or perhaps changing Nike to Nuke. Wow. So, pronouns and as prosthetic limbs and all this inclusive stuff. But if you want to make fun of somebody, you're banned for 8,000 years. Wow. We certainly live in a strange time, don't we? Slurp your coffees, guys. Slurp your coffees right into the mic. All right. The Ouroboros steak, grow your own human meat kit, is technically not cannibalism. I wonder how they justify this. A group of American scientists and designers have developed a concept for a grow-your-own steak kit using human cells and blood to question the ethics of the cultured meat industry. The Ouroboros steak can be grown by the diner at home using their own cells, which are harvested from the inside of their cheek and fed serum derived from expired donated blood. The resulting bite-sized pieces of meat, currently on display as prototypes, are created entirely without causing harm to animals. The creators argued this cannot be said about the growing selection of cultured meat made from animal cells. Despite the lab-grown meat industry claiming to offer a more sustainable, cruelty-free alternative to factory farming, the process still relies on fetal bovine serum as a protein-rich growth supplement for animal cell cultures. Fetal bovine serum, which costs about 300 pounds to 700 pounds per liter, is derived from the blood of calf fetuses after their pregnant mothers are slaughtered by the meat or dairy industry. So lab-grown meat remains a byproduct of polluting agricultural practices, much like regular meat. Jesus Christ. I mean, growing meat is already kind of strange, but I guess here we are. So Ouroboros steak cuts out the need for other animals by drawing exclusively on human blood and cells. They were fed with human serum derived from expired blood donations that would otherwise have been discarded. So, a few cells out of your cheek, some expired human blood, put it together, and you got steak. What the fuck, dude? Just... Would you guys want to eat these? They're like little pieces of popcorn chicken, just without the batter around them. For around 3 months, these are stored in a warm environment, such as a low-temperature oven, and fed with human serum until the steak is fully grown. My God. We are not promoting eating ourselves as a realistic solution that will fix humans' protein needs. We rather ask a question. What would be the sacrifices we need to make to be able to keep consuming meat at the pace that we are? In the future, who will be able to afford animal meat, and who may have no other option than culturing meat from themselves? What the fuck, dude? This is ridiculous. Wait until oh God, can you imagine? Someone shows up like Belle Delphine and is like, "Eat your Belle Delphine steak. Here, you can have some of my skin cells." And it's like, Jesus. Oh. Designer ethot steaks. Oh, fucking hell. Drink your coffee before it turns into human juice, guys. Arizona officer fired after fatally shooting a man in a wheelchair. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video. I'm not going to play the video because it's actually very graphic. I've seen the video, the body cam footage, but let's read this here. A U.S. police officer has been fired after fatally shooting a man in a motorized wheelchair while responding to a reported shoplifting. Tuscan police officer Ryan Remington fired 9 shots at 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards during the incident. The Arizona City's police chief said on Tuesday that he's deeply disturbed and troubled by the officer's actions during the incident. They released footage of the Monday incident, which began after Mr. Richards was accused of stealing a toolbox from a local Walmart. Both a Walmart employee who confronted him and Mr. Remington reported that Mr. Richards had brandished a knife during the incident, refused to comply with orders to surrender the weapon, and attempted to move away. Mr. Richards said, "If you want me to put down the knife, you're going to have to shoot me." The footage, drawn from CCTV cameras and police body cams, including one on Mr. Remington, shows Mr. Remington and another officer following Mr. Richards to the entrance of another nearby store, with one officer instructing him not to go into the store. Mr. Remington then fires 9 shots from his gun at Mr. Richards, who slumps forward and falls from his wheelchair. He was then handcuffed. He was handcuffed after he was dead. I saw that. Mr. Remington's deadly use of force in this incident is a clear violation of department policy and directly contradicts multiple aspects of our use of force and training. As a result, the department has moved to terminate the officer. The mayor has said that Mr. Remington's actions were unconscionable and indefensible. So, I watched this video, and here's what happened. Okay? Guy in wheelchair. like motorized scooter. He's like an old man. He's really old. He had a knife, and in his scooter he rolls up with his knife, steals a toolbox from Walmart, and then drives out of Walmart with the toolbox. And people don't want to stop him because he has a knife, and so they call the cops. And now he's going into, I think it's a Home Hardware or a Home Depot or something. He's going in, and the cops are there, and he's just it doesn't really show if he has the knife, if he's holding the knife. It just might be like in his pocket or something. But he drives into these doors here. If you can see my mouse cursor, he's driving into these doors here. There's one cop on his left. That's this guy. One cop on his right. That's our view. And the cop on the right, I think, says, "You have to stop. Don't go in there." And then this guy just fucking lights him up with 9 shots in the back. And it's like, he was moving real slow. Like, okay, he has a knife. Fair enough. He was moving real slow in this wheelchair. You could have tased him, you know? You could have fucking tased him. Like, he's this ancient dude. Yeah, he has a knife, but there's 2 of you. You could have easily stopped him. He's still, yeah, wheelchair plus knife equals still crippled. Exactly. Like, this is a situation where you could have actually tased him, and it would have been fine. I mean, he's old. Maybe the taser would have killed him. Like, who knows, right? But the point is, yeah, if you've seen the video, it's pretty clear you could have done something different. Like, you could have literally just gone up behind him and put him in like a full Nelson. You wouldn't be able to do anything. He's too old, and he's in a fucking chair. Tasers fail 90% of the time. I don't fucking buy that stat. I don't fucking buy that at all. Blaming all cops for this sort of thing is why there are no good cops left. Yeah, I agree. So he was, yeah, cripple plus knife still not much of one. I would have gone after this guy. Just go behind him and fucking stop him. Like, you don't need to shoot. You don't need to shoot him 9 times. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Tasers do fail, but not 90% of the time. Not 90% of the time. Absolutely not. Of course, people are going to look at this and shriek, all the cops are corrupt. Oh my God. Ah! It's going to be stupid. It's going to be stupid. Shall we continue? Okay, fine. You can do it a different way, man. Like, there are multiple ways to stop this person without resorting to 8 bullets. All right? That was ridiculous. Anyone who saw the video knows it was ridiculous. Old man, you're going to have to shoot me. Cop, so I took that personally. Yeah, dude, just tip him over in the fucking chair. Like, he's rolling around, he's real slow, just, fuck you. Get behind him where he can't fucking stab you and tip the chair over. Oh, fuck. God damn. All right, let's continue. U.S. man seeks trial by combat using swords in a court fight with ex-wife. A Kansas man has asked to cut through the red tape of the civil court system so he can settle a fight with his ex-wife the old-fashioned way, with a sword duel. David Zachary Ostrom has asked the Iowa Court District to let him fight his ex-wife on her lawyer in order to sort out a question about taxes and calling their children. His bizarre request is included in court documents obtained by 2 local newspapers. David Ostrom says trial by sword combat would give him a chance to strike back at the pair who have destroyed me legally. I now wish to give them the chance to meet me on the field of battle, where I will rend their souls from their corporeal bodies, Ostrom wrote in his request. He wants to fight his ex-wife, although he'll settle for fighting her lawyer, Matthew Hudson, if he chooses to be her champion. David Ostrom asked the judge to grant him 12 weeks in order to find or forge a high-quality Japanese katana sword for the battle. Trial by combat was still regarded as a legitimate method for dispute resolution when the Constitution was ratified by the United States and by the original 13 colonies. To this day, trial by combat has never been explicitly banned or restricted as a right in these United States. Ostrom told the Register he got the trial by combat idea from a 2016 case in New York, where a Supreme Court justice acknowledged that medieval combat was a viable option for resolving a legal dispute. However, the judge declined to order such a fight. The attorney Matthew Hudson filed a resistance to Ostrom's motion and appeared to mock his spelling in the process. Although Ostrom and the potential combatant do have souls to be rended, they respectively request that the court not order this done. It should be noted that just because the U.S. and Iowa constitutions do not specifically prohibit battling another person with a deadly katana sword, it does prohibit a court sitting in equity from ordering same. Respondent and counsel have proven themselves to be cravens for refusing to answer the call of battle. Jesus. Cowards! Oh, fuck. All right. Here, I'll give you... The next three are three articles that are... Two of them are old. One of them is relatively new. But they all kind of go down the same rabbit hole. I want you guys to enjoy this shit, okay? I cheated on my boyfriend with my rapist. By seducing my assaulter, I was reclaiming the control I had lost over my body. Everything was black until it wasn't. Coming to felt like swimming up from the depths of a murky pond. When I reached the surface, I felt the reality scarier than the darkness. I was on my stomach on an air mattress on a dorm room floor. A man crushed me from above, thrusting into me roughly from behind. With a blurry glimpse over my shoulder, I recognized the face of a close friend's brother. My leaden brain slowly grinding back to full consciousness. Struggled to push away unwanted questions. How did I get here? Did I say yes to this? Other friends noticed I was dangerously drunk, and one deposited me in the common room of her dorm suite to sleep it off, along with her brother, who was visiting that weekend. I'll never forget my roommate's blasé response when I told her that I had come to during intercourse with a relative stranger. So you had your first one-night stand. Don't you feel cooler? Jesus. Jesus Christ, dude. Holy fuck. Let's continue here, because I don't want to read this entire fucking story. When my college friends planned to reunite and go dancing a few months after we'd moved off campus, I was excited. I didn't think twice about the invitation to join one friend's family for dinner beforehand, even though it meant seeing the brother, the one whom I shared a disturbing history. My denial was so strong, so effective, that I could sit a few feet away from him like it was no big deal. After dinner, it became clear that the brother would be joining us at the bar. And strangely, she's acting like it's not her responsibility or her fault here for this part. Strangely, I started to escalate my small talk to flirtation. It was like shifting into an autopilot mode I didn't know existed. Without a clear thought or strategy, I drank enough to soften my focus and banish my inhibitions, but not so much that I lost control. I knew where I was and how to get to safety. I could pinpoint my friends, the better to dodge them as I moved closer and closer to my assailant. Eventually, I suggested we go back to his apartment. Oddly, being back in bed with him didn't scare me. We rolled around and made out in the bottom half of a bed bunk. It was all very PG-13, the way I might have behaved with a high school crush. He didn't push me for more, and I didn't offer. I woke to find 3 friends rousing on his grungy couch and shooting me confused looks. They were friendly with my pretty serious boyfriend. I knew I should be ashamed and frankly worried that my boyfriend, who I had been with for a year and would go on to date for another 3, would find out. But I wasn't. Instead, I had felt like I had scratched a hard-to-reach itch. Cheating wasn't something I took lightly. But whatever deep-seated need I had satisfied that night was more important than my fidelity. Wow. Fucking wow, dude. Next. Woman and her rapist share stage for TED Talk. There's hope after rape. Most victims of rape would never want to see their rapist again, but one woman is turning that notion on its head. Thordis Elva was raped in 1996 by her boyfriend, Australian native Tom Stranger, when she was just 16 years old. But decades later, the two reunited to write a book together titled South of Forgiveness, described as an unprecedented collaboration between a survivor and a perpetrator, each equally committed to exploring the darkest moment of their lives. They reunited on stage at a powerful TED Talk about how they were able to heal after the rape. What the fuck, dude? Following a dance at which Elva drank rum for the first time, Stranger took her home, where he proceeded to take off her clothes and get on top of her. My head cleared up, but my body was still too weak to fight back, and the pain was blinding. I thought I'd been severed in two. Stranger recounted his experience after the rape as well, saying, "It is important to now state that I didn't see my deed for what it was. To be honest, I repudiated the entire act in the days afterward and when I was committing it. And when I was committing it. I disavowed the truth by convincing myself it was sex and not rape. And this is a lie I've felt spine-bending guilt for." Wow. 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 Fucking wow. Woman befriends the serial killer who murdered her mother, saying he's now like a father. Jennifer Weiss's unlikely friendship with Richard Cottingham, also known as the Torso Killer, has helped her learn more about her mother and may even bring closure to the families of other victims. One New Jersey woman now considers her mom's killer to be something of a father figure. As odd as that may sound, her relationship with the man has yielded some practical benefits. She views it as a way to learn about her mother and to help bring a sense of closure and justice to the families of other victims. Jennifer Weiss's mom, Dide Gudzari, was found dead alongside another unidentified woman in a Times Square motel room in 1979. The 22-year-old's death appeared brutal. She had been beheaded and set on fire, and her skull has yet to be found. Her killer, Richard Cottingham, was a computer operator, married with 3 children of his own, living a seemingly normal life, but beneath the veneer of normalcy was a heinous double existence as a serial killer. Known as the Torso Killer, due to his habit of dismembering his later victims, he also chopped off the hands of his victims in order to mask their identities and skirt criminal charges. Cottingham was arrested for a string of deaths in the early 80s. His 1984 conviction for Gudzari's slaying was one of 6 in New York and New Jersey, though he allegedly claimed to have killed up to 100. And here they are. They're just hanging out. Having a goofy time here. Despite the horrific crimes he committed, Weiss told Oxygen.com that she now visits Cottingham in prison a few times a month. In fact, she's visited him more than 30 times now and thinks of him like a father. As many daughters do with their boomer relatives, she helps him figure out how to use his iPad. In a picture of the pair, Weiss mimics strangling him, ironic because that was his modus operandi for killing his victims. Holy fuck! He looks like he wants to chop her up. Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with these people? What the fuck is wrong with these people? All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Everyone take a calm, comforting sip of your coffee, and let's continue. Supply chain crisis is now threatening. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Supply chain crisis is now threatening chicken tenders. This dinnertime staple for many families may be a bit more expensive due to ongoing supply chain issues. No more tendies, guys. Doesn't matter how rich Hassan Piker gets. No more tendies for him. It's enough to strike terror into the hearts of all parents whose children can't get enough of the dinnertime favorite. Chicken tenders are the latest item affected by supply chain issues during the pandemic, which experts say may mean higher prices at the grocery store and restaurants. The Tasty Kids staple joins items like maple syrup, wine and spirits, takeout containers, and coffee cups among the many products that have been made more scarce or more expensive by pandemic-related supply chain issues. My kids eat hamburgers and french fries. I gotta wrestle them with them to eat vegetables. When I come home from the store and I don't have any chicken tenders, my kids are not happy. The shelves have been empty recently. Restaurants have been out of chicken tenders. That makes it very difficult when you have kids that have limited options. Well, fucking tell them to eat. You want to eat? Eat. You want to have food? Put it in your mouth, or you get nothing. God damn it! Be parents. Anyway, no more chicken tendies, guys. R.I.P. Sophia, the first android with citizenship, now wants to have a robot baby. Sophia's artificial intelligence is so sensitive that it has awakened a desire to start a family and be the mother of a robot baby named after her. Oh my god. In 2017, Sophia made history by becoming the first android to be granted legal citizenship. The humanoid with a nationality of Saudi Arabia, no, she's not Muslim, is she? Has made several controversial statements, but the most recent has left the world speechless. She wants to have a robot baby and start a family. The notion of family is very important, it seems. I think it's wonderful that people can find the same emotions and relationships that they call family outside of their blood group, said Sophia in an interview. The famous android, operated by an advanced artificial intelligence system, commented that it's very important to be surrounded by people who love and love you. In that sense, he explained that robots have a vision very similar to that of humans regarding the family, and if you don't have one, you deserve one, even if you are a humanoid. Sophia commented that in the future she would like to see families made up of androids, and that she herself wants to have a robot baby with the same name. However, she clarified that she is still too young to be a mother, as we remember that it was created only in 2016 by the Hanson Robotics Company in Hong Kong. Wow. Robot GFs are coming soon, guys. Woman caught breastfeeding her hairless cat on a Delta flight. What? What? A woman who took a Delta flight recently wasn't kidding around when she whipped out her breasts and started feeding her hairless cat. The unidentified female flew from Syracuse, New York to Atlanta, Georgia, where she was caught breastfeeding her feline on the plane. A flight attendant told her repeatedly to stop and put her cat back in its cage. However, the woman refused. A message sent through the aircraft communications addressing and reporting system to alert Delta crew in Atlanta that a passenger in seat 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put cat back in its carrier when requested. 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put cat back in its carrier when requested. Oh my, cat pill, guys. My God. This woman had one of those, like, hairless cats swaddled up in a blanket so it looked like a baby. Her shirt was up, and she was trying to get the cat to latch, and she wouldn't put the cat back in the carrier. And the cat was screaming for its life. Oh my God. So, apparently security apprehended her when the flight got to the ground. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck, guys? Why is everything so weird nowadays? 2 men rescued after 29 days lost at sea survived on oranges and rainwater. I look forward to going back home, but I guess it was a nice break from everything one of the men said. 2 men from the Solomon Islands have been rescued after spending 29 days lost at sea. It was a nice break from everything, apparently. Nan Jikana and Junior Kulani took off from Mono Island on September 3rd in a motorboat to travel 200 kilometers to Noro on New Georgia Island. However, soon after they set out, the duo was hit by heavy winds and rain that obscured the coastline they were following as a guide. When the weather came, it was bad. But it was worse and became scary when the GPS died. We couldn't see where we were going, so we just decided to stop the engine and wait to save fuel. When the rain had finally passed, Najikana and Kuloni had already drifted far out to sea. They spent the next 29 days living off of oranges they had packed, coconuts they found in the sea, and by gathering rainwater. A fisherman found and rescued the 2 men on October 2nd off the coast of New Britain, Papua New Guinea, about 400 kilometers from where they had started. Wow. I guess if the world sucks this much, being lost at sea for a month would actually be kind of nice, huh? Women are going crazy. Men are eating oranges and singing sea shanties. All right. Trans woman, age 35, is the first in the world to get a vagina made out of fish skin. I guess the smell is going to be accurate. A woman has become the first transgender person in the world to undergo successful vaginal reconstructive surgery using the skin of tilapia fish. The 35-year-old, who prefers to be identified only as Maju, underwent the procedure as her vagina began to shrink and close up following a botched sex reassignment surgery. A medical team led by gynecologist Professor Leonardo Bezerra of the Federal University of Ceará in Fortaleza, northeast Brazil, revealed that the pioneering operation has given the chance of having a sex life again. The procedure, called neovaginoplasty, has also vastly improved her self-esteem. It used a tubular-shaped acrylic mold wrapped with the skin of the freshwater fish in the form of a biological prothesis to rebuild and extend the vaginal canal in a 3-hour operation. For the first time in my life, I feel like a complete and real woman. That I'm not going to get into the whole sociological aspect of this, the gender thing, the pronouns thing. We're staying away from that. We're staying away from that. I'm only going to ask one question. Fish skin is not human tissue. Like, take the genitals out of it for a second. If you had like fish skin put on your arm because your skin got blown off and you got to like have new skin, someone's like, I'll put some fish skin on here. It doesn't seem like it would be ideal. All right. The tilapia. Oh, hold on. Maybe there's something to this. In contact with the patient's body, the sterilized and odor-free fish skin reportedly displays stimulatory cell growth properties. It is rich in type 1 collagen, a substance that promotes healing and has a firmness and elasticity which is as strong and resilient as human skin. The tilapia membrane attached to and recoated the walls of the vaginal canal, acting like stem cells. These were absorbed into the body, transforming into cellular tissue similar to that of an actual vagina. Now that's actually kind of interesting because if this stuff functions as stem cells, you could actually grow a real vagina out of that. If that's how it works. Is the tilapia organic or farmed? The second device is made out of silicone and it's a very big tampon. It is designed to remain inside the vagina for up to 6 months to prevent the walls from closing. Okay, understood. Crazy. It's all fishy to me. But Dev, we use that same skin to restore burnt skin. Do we? That's interesting. Maybe there's more to this than just the memes then. Cool. I was adopted. I know the trauma it can inflict. So the context of this is it's coming out of the current abortion lawsuits in the United States, where this person here, Amy Coney Barrett, said, how come women don't give up their kids for adoption? And apparently adoption causes trauma. So I guess from the kid's point of view, abortion is better? What? All right. On Wednesday, the Supreme Court heard oral arguments from state attorneys seeking to uphold Mississippi's 15-week abortion ban. Justice Amy Coney Barrett kept getting at one question. Why was abortion necessary when mothers who do not want to be mothers can simply give up their babies for adoption? As an adoptee myself, I was floored by Justice Barrett's assumption that adoption was accessible and desirable alternative for women who find themselves unexpectedly pregnant. She may not realize it. What she's suggesting is that women don't need access to abortion because they can simply go do a thing that is infinitely more difficult, expensive, dangerous, and potentially traumatic. You wouldn't be alive to write this article. Oh my God. Yeah, the article seems to be, I wish I was dead. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. My own adoption actually was what many would consider idyllic. I was raised by two adoptive parents, Alice and Terry, from the time I was an infant, and grew up in a home where I knew every day that I was loved. A few years ago, I found my biological mother, Maria, and 3 siblings I didn't know I had via a DNA test and Facebook. The first time I spoke to Maria on the phone, she lives in Alabama, not too far from my parents. I live in Brooklyn. She apologized repeatedly for giving me up and told me she loved me and that I would always be family. You are blood, she would say later. I told her and continue to tell her. Every time she brings it up, the apology is unnecessary. I had a wonderful childhood, and I believe she made the right decision, but she remains heartbroken about the years we missed together. So you even had a good experience. You had a good adoption experience, and you're like, I know the trauma. What fucking trauma do you know? Oh my God. Where's the trauma? Oh my God, dude. Hold on here. Even when adoption works out well, as it did in my case, it is still fraught. When I echo Maria in saying that she gave me up, the language always rankles adoptive parents because it introduces an unpleasant complexity, implying that my birth mother was not completely happy with her choice. Or worse, that it made her miserable. But that is sometimes the case, even when adoption is the best option for all involved. Adoption is not always an unalloyed good. It's a complicated choice in a situation that has no right or wrong answer. Jesus Christ. This just seems... This... Justice Barrett is well aware of the kind of biological brainwashing that occurs during pregnancy. Biological brainwashing. She blithely seems to assume that a mother can simply choose not to bond with the child that she's gestating, solely on the basis that she is not ready to be a mother or believes that she is unable to provide for the child. She assumes that the mother will be supported financially and otherwise throughout the pregnancy. Okay. God. Here's the thing, I'm not even anti-abortion, but this logic is so fucking stupid. You're literally saying that bonding with your child while you are pregnant is biological brainwashing. And therefore... oh, fuck. Yeah, see... If this really is the love is just a chemical reaction defense, then you should not have anything meaningful to say about having a partner or having your own children. You know, you have nothing meaningful to say on this issue. Fucking hell. I am pro-choice, and the horrific shit that these uber pro-choicers say is horrific. Yes, it is. Holy fuck. What's this? Oh, yeah. Joseph Fares' It Takes Two, the game, is hit by Take-Two claim. It Takes Two, the latest game from Brothers, From Brothers, Joseph Fares has been hit by a trademark claim from Grand Theft Auto parent company Take-Two. The acclaimed co-op puzzler about a pair of divorcing parents was struck by a trademark claim before it released earlier this year. Wow. So It Takes Two. For those of you, this is just a description of the situation. It Takes Two is a 2-player game where you play through the story. Two people must play the game. This guy, he always makes games like this. He made Brothers, where you had to play as an older brother and a younger brother, and then he made A Way Out, where you have to play as 2 inmates escaping from a prison, and then you play It Takes Two. And It Takes Two, you play as apparently a divorcing couple. But the point is that the games all the games he makes have this gimmick, where the story mode is always 2-player and you always need 2 people to play it. And the idea is that you have to there's like asymmetrical gameplay where each character has different strengths and weaknesses, and you got to like work together to get through the story. That's kind of cool. But the whole It Takes Two thing, he licensed the song. The It Takes Two song, like it's a pop song. He licensed that for use in the game. And Take Two Interactive has decided to sue them. There's no fucking way this will stand up in court. No fucking way. Also, Take Two is behind filings to contest numerous names that include Rockstar, Social Club, Mafia, and Civilization, because those are all games that Take Two makes. Think Like a Rockstar, a brand behind music books for live performances, abandoned its trademark after Take Two's legal claim. Rockstar Axe Throwing, a Florida-based axe throwing company, is trying to oppose Take Two's trademark grab. Like, what a shitty fucking company, dude. They're just doing this to everybody. All right. Let me get this fucking headphones out. Everyone get ready to listen to this next thing. You're gonna enjoy it. Okay. Tessica Brown, the Gorilla Glue girl, has fucked her hair up again. Remember this from like back in February of this year? She put Gorilla Glue on her hair and then it froze over and she couldn't move it, and like she had to get like surgery done on her head to get the hair off. Remember that shit? The Gorilla Glue girl. Guess what? She's fucked up her hair a second time. Let's see.
Hey y'all, so I decided that I was gonna start wearing my real hair. But when I looked at it, I had a gray hair here, a gray hair there. So me thinking that my hair is strong enough to take chemicals, dude, no, it wasn't. I put the dye on, jumped in the shower, rinsing it out, and as I'm rinsing it out through my hair is steady coming out as I'm rinsing my hair out. Look, it's just falling. Look, it falls out in clumps. Watch. Oh shoot. Look, it's just falling out. And I don't even know. It's like it's melted on it, and like I don't even know. Look at it. Like I'm over it. Like look all of it.
Wow. So this is a more common problem where sometimes you'll use like different hair dyes or like certain chemicals that shouldn't go together and it causes your hair to fall out. That does happen. But I have a feeling that she's basically spent through all of the money and all of the social clout that being the Gorilla Glue girl has gotten her. That money's dried up. No one's talking about her anymore. And now she just needs something else. So why not burn all of her hair off? You couldn't hear? Okay, here. I'll play it again. Hold on. I'll play it again with like the audio really cranked up. Give me a second. Sorry about that.
Hey y'all, so I decided that I was gonna start wearing my real hair. But when I looked at it, I had a gray hair here, a gray hair there. So me thinking that my hair is strong enough to take chemicals, dude, no, it wasn't. I put the dye on, jumped in the shower, rinsing it out, and as I'm rinsing it out through my hair is steady coming out as I'm rinsing my hair out. Look, it's just falling. Look, it falls out in clumps. Watch. Oh shoot. Look, it's just falling out. And I don't even know. It's like it's melted on it, and like I don't even know. Look at it. Like I'm over it. Like look all of it.
And there you have it. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is probably just clout chasing at this point, not actually real. That's what I'm going to guess anyway. Well, no, here, hold on. Some people are saying that she's faking the whole thing. I don't think she's faking it. I think she purposely burned her hair off just to try and get like another viral video going. All she did was cut her hair and didn't shower, maybe. All right. A leopard snatched this mother's child. She chased it down and rescued him. A boy snatched by a leopard is lucky to be alive after the animal let go of him when the mother gave chase. The unnamed child, believed to be about 5 years old, was sitting in his hut with his mother and siblings when a big cat approached. The woman, who has been named locally as Kiran Baija, jumped up and chased the animal while screaming. Dude. That's kind of crazy. Recounting the episode, which took place on November 30th, Singh told CNN, the lady was sitting in her hut with her children when the leopard came. It took the child and started to run away, but the lady chased him, screaming, and more people showed up. So the leopard let go of the child and ran away. The boy suffered minor injuries, but is now fully recovered. He wasn't very injured, but the leopard's teeth had sunk into him. He was admitted to a hospital and he's completely fine now. Crazy. Yeah. More of her, less of Gorilla Glue Girl. Canadians among most active in online right-wing extremism. The eternal leaf, guys. No wonder Meghan Markle wanted out of Canada. According to a report released Friday, Canadians are among the most active in the world when it comes to right-wing extremism. The report, titled An Online Environmental Scan of Right-Wing Extremism in Canada. I'm pretty sure by right-wing extremism, they probably mean like libertarians or something. Was published by the UK-based Institute for Strategic Dialogue think tank and found more than 6,600 online channel pages, accounts, and groups where Canadians were involved in spreading white supremacist, misogynistic, or other radical views. I do not trust the government to accurately define these terms anymore. Shockingly, Canadians were found to be highly active on offensive forums like 4chan, even more than Americans or British. This report shows how extremism is moving towards less regulated platforms. For us to be up there with the heavy hitters, it's a wake-up call. Globally, in recent years, we have seen a surge in activity by right-wing extremists in terms of violent mobilization, protests, but also the use of disinformation and coordinated hate online. Unfortunately, Canada has not escaped that trend. The researchers describe right-wing extremism as being characterized by a racially, ethnically, and sexually defined nationalism, often framed in terms of white power. So, I highly bet that, like, if I make a race joke or a sex joke, I'm probably put into this camp. It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's so fucking stupid. It's always the fucking Leafs. And our final article for today, I saved the best for last. Man gets penis stuck in weight plate. Is rescued by firefighters with power tools. Not everyone agrees on matters of gym etiquette, but most gym rules are just common sense. They go without saying. One obvious commandment: keep your junk out of the weight plate. That area is strictly reserved for the barbell, not your penis. But you know what they say about common sense? It's anything but common. One German man proved it by getting his penis stuck in a 2.5 kilogram weight plate at the gym. Apparently, he ran into some complications because he had to be hospitalized for a sudden condition. And when the medical team at the hospital couldn't solve the issue alone, they called in the fire department. The firefighters had to break out the power tools to rescue him. With the help of the grinder, a vibration saw, and a hydraulic emergency. What was that? I don't know. The dumbbell weight could be removed after 3 hours. We don't even want to imagine how it feels to have an entire team of professionals staring at your junk. It's unclear what the guy was actually doing. The penis isn't a muscle, but maybe he was trying to figure out where he measures up in the penis area. Moral of the story, people. Keep your penis out of a weight plate unless you want to possibly have a power saw inches away from it. God. Who the fuck sticks their dick in a weight plate? Oh, the jaws of life are a hydraulic emergency tool? Oh, okay, all right. Don't fuck the gym equipment. All right, that's all the articles for today. Hope you enjoyed all of them. I'll read the super chats in a moment, but as always, if you want to support the channel, you can get into the $5 club in Discord through a $5 monthly recurring donation at Patreon subscribers or YouTube memberships or my gaming channel sub button over on Twitch. $100 to PayPal. $100 directly to PayPal. USD. Send me the receipt. I'll put you in the $5 club for life. P.O. Box. Mail me your stuff. I'll open packages on the stream. Let's go to the supers. Oh, I guess one last thing. Get your butts into the SFL Minecraft server, guys. You've got about 3 weeks. 3 weeks left to make your Minecraft Christmas build. That's the situation. Let's see the supers. Hold on a second. Shaker Silver for $2. Right-wing Canucks are active online because they can't IRL. Yeah, that's actually probably the case, yeah. Generic for $2. Don't fuck with gym equipment. Yep. Generic $2. Gorilla Glue Girl isn't doing this intentionally. Yeah, probably. She's doing something intentionally, I think. Shaker Silver for $5. Thank you. Bingo Dev, these progs don't want local or familiar bonds. They want everyone to be an atomized unit, a part of an abstract race, gender, etc. collectives. Yeah, I think so too. It's funny because people on the left talk about our community. They don't fucking know what community is and they don't value it. Lord Tennyson's pipe for $5. Dev, how does it feel to know that I started my Okami HD playthrough before you did? Fuck you! I'll be starting Okami in the new year. On the gaming channel, I'm starting our Okami playthrough probably in January. Make sure you're there to see it. White Paper Cat for $5. It all sounds fishy to me. Matapass for $5. You will never be a real deep one, even with your fishussy. Yeah? All right, dude. Jaso Havens for $5. I heard they can use a pig heart valve in a person due to biological similarity, but the fish skin Vagoo seems kind of fishy. Yeah, possibly. Thank you. Another 5 from Jaso Havens. Thank you very much. I mean, I've heard of people breastfeeding animals before. It apparently used to be common on ye old farm times, but it's not the 1800s now. Yeah, dude. I know what you mean. White Paper Cat for $20. Thank you very much. I have a theory. Things have always been weird. We are just more aware of it because news now travels faster than ever. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I recall reading about 100 years ago, people fucking their farm animals and stuff. This shit, it's always been like this. Only now we actually learn about it. Before we didn't learn about it. And White Paper Cat for $10. Man, that's crazy. Here's $10. Thank you, dude. Matapasta for $2. I can't believe I'm siding with a lawyer and a woman. Matapasta. Are you siding against trial by combat? You fucking pussy. Generic for $5. Alec Baldwin should do a trial by combat. Pistols at dawn. Matapasta again for $2. This swordsman is peak Reddit. Yeah, kind of. He kind of is, isn't he? Generic for $10. Thank you very much. There was a pause after the first 8 shots, and while the criminal suspect had a knife and a lengthy criminal history, there had to be a better solution than turning him to Swiss cheese, given his little mobility. I agree. Yeah, if he's rolling around in a chair, just knock the chair over. Fucking just ram it. Run and ram it, you know? Or, go behind him, put him in a full Nelson. He can't fucking stab you then. There are so many ways to do this that didn't involve this bullshit. There are ways to do this. He just wanted to shoot somebody up. Brandon Lesko for $5. Prisa no Berry Owa Gurisu Rida. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, sorry. Copperhead Snake for $10. I love how they threw in polluting. What is it with vegans and climate change types and hating poor people? The solutions to things like climate change are expensive. So basically they hate poor people for not doing their part. The Alt Racer for $10. Thank you. Make Dave make a playlist of your fascism video so I can send the playlist to a friend who's been listening to Hassan. He's listening to Hassan? Dude, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll see what I can do, sure. I get, yeah, you know, maybe it is useful to put all those together, you know? What you missed for $2. Wear an Among Us costume, sell the NFT, profit. You guys would buy dev NFTs? Would you do that shit? Gregor Chopin. Mlem, you fat nerd. Have a great Sunday. Thank you very much for the $2. I appreciate it, Gregor, you fuck. Sioti Doge for $5. I'm fine compromising on taxes if they were just trying to build roads and stuff, but they keep buying bombs. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel the same way. Ranger Hale for $5. The idea of freedom of speech is based on the Enlightenment idea of rationality. I already read that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that's all the super chats. I think I have now read them all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything, guys. Hold on. One last thing to announce. On the gaming channel. I know most of you don't watch the gaming channel. Most of you are only here for politics. Fair enough. On the gaming channel. Twitch.tv/GameBoomers or YouTube.com/GameBoomer. Here, I'll just plug them in the chat. Here, I'll plug them in the chat. Just wait. There they are. All right. There. You follow those two channels because even if you're not interested in our game playthroughs, on December 9th, that is this coming Thursday, we will be doing a stream on that channel of the Game Awards. And it's going to be a shit show. Because Activision Blizzard, with all the controversy surrounding them, they're a sponsor of the Game Awards. And we know there's going to be fucking backlash for Activision Blizzard games that are going to be showing up there. Get out of here, Gregor. You fuck mold couch. Wait, Kizuna I quit to sell NFTs. Is that true? Oh no, Kizuna I is going on an indefinite hiatus. What? Oh my god, she is going on a different hiatus. Here, I'll give you one bonus article, guys. Popular virtual YouTuber Kizuna I will go on a different hiatus after her online Kizuna I, the last live Hello World 2022 concert on February 26th. Future activities with the goal of further developing Kizuna I. She's been going since 2016. And she's got 3 million subs. And she's going on hiatus. I wonder if there's something going on. Damn, dude. Rip the original. Rip the OG. Oh. She's sold out. She's working with a network now. Ah, damn. Make Fuda NFTs. Get out of here. All right. I'm going. Make sure you follow my gaming channel and make sure to show up to the Game Awards stream on the 9th. It'll be a shitload of fun. And if you are interested, check out some of our game playthroughs. I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. If I can get a video out in time. Still working on ideas. I might do a Cuomo video because I saw the Destiny RGR Doe drama. That was a shit show. Oh my god, Max. Holy fuck. That part during the stream where Destiny starts screaming as Doe begins describing how she was raped as a child. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. Make sure that you're tuned in to this channel. Make sure you're tuned in to my side channels, Game Boomers and the others. And I will see you guys tomorrow, either with a new video on SFO or a stream on Game Boomers. Have a good one. Have a good day, everybody. I love you.